There is one thought that seemed unfair to me for a long time. I'm sure you've also noticed this thing. Sometimes you look at a person and don't understand why they live the way they do. He's not stupid, he's not a slacker, he can be kind, decent, honest, he can work a lot and even get tired more than others. But years pass, sometimes decades, and his life hardly changes. And then an awkward question arises. Why do some people gradually get out of poverty while others seem to go in circles all their lives? When I was younger, it seemed to me that everything rested on money. If a person is given more money, his life will automatically become better. Now, it seems to me that everything is a little more complicated. Because poverty is not just about the state of a bank account. Very often, this is a state of mind. And no, I'm not talking about these internet fairy tales about just thinking like a millionaire. Usually, such advice is given by people who sell courses for the last money of their subscribers. I'm talking about something else. I've noticed that many people get so used to a certain standard of living that they stop seeing opportunities beyond it. Imagine a person who has heard the same thought since childhood. Keep your head down, don't take risks, don't dream too much, live like everyone else, work wherever you can. The main thing is stability. At first glance, there is nothing wrong with these words. Moreover, many parents say this with the best of intentions. They want to protect their children from disappointment, but the problem is that, along with caution, people often adopt fear. The fear of trying new things, of making mistakes, to look ridiculous, to lose what little you already have, and gradually life turns into a constant preservation of the current situation. I think that's why some people have been working for decades and still stay in one place. They make decisions not based on the question, what will make my life better, but based on the question, how to avoid possible problems. And this is a completely different approach because every opportunity is almost always associated with risk. Find a new job, learn a new skill, launch your project, right up to a new environment. All this requires getting out of the usual safety zone, and many people get so used to security that they are willing to sacrifice almost everything for it, even his own future. There is another feature that I often notice. It is that a poor person is very often focused on today, and it is not his fault. When money is tight, all attention is spent on solving current problems, such as how to live to see the next paycheck, how to pay bills, close the next payment, and how to survive the next month. After that, there are almost no resources left to think for several years ahead, but it is long-term thinking that most often changes a person's life. For example, someone learns a new skill, not for the sake of showing off, but for the sake of who they will become in 5 years. Or, for example, Mr. Beast, when someone starts hosting a channel, realizing that no one will watch it for the first few years. Most people want to see the changes right away, and that's their main mistake. The biggest results usually come very slowly, so slowly that at first it seems like nothing is happening. To this day, this is the main reason why many people leave the race ahead of time. They, or maybe even you, take a few steps, don't see the reward, and go back to their usual lives. And then you look at someone else's success and you think they're just lucky, but you don't know that years of low-key work could be behind this success. The more I observe people, the more I become convinced that poverty does not always, and most often does not, begin with a lack of money. As a rule, it begins at the moment when a person ceases to believe that his life can become different at all, for example, after learning a skill. I believe that money can be lost and earned again, but it is much more difficult to regain lost faith in one's own abilities, and it is impossible to regain time. And perhaps it is she who separates people who change their lives one day from those who remain standing still. Dear viewer, thank you for watching to the end. Your subscription will greatly help the development of my YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave a comment, write down what topic you would like to see the next video on. Go in peace.